go. The bell has sounded. Pritchard comes out of his corner, and it's Cowboy Tom against Big Pistol Pete. You talk about big. 272 pounds he weighs on this edition of Great Wrestling from the Olympic. Cowboy Tom Pritchard. This is the young fella that all the girls adore. They flock to see this young fella wherever he wrestles, and I'm talking about all kinds of girls from 8 to 80. They love the Cowboy, and rightly so, because he's a fine, polite young man in and out of the ring. He'll always stop. He'll always talk to you. He'll always sign an autograph. He'll always be there if you need him. He's more than willing to go to a children's hospital or a school or his help with retarded youngsters. He's there, and he does it. And, that's the kind of athlete that gives professional wrestling a good name, a positive image. Cowboy Tom Pritchard makes his home in Houston, Texas. Got a brother that's started to wrestle. I asked Tom if he helped his brother or taught him some holds, or he says, no, he says, I really haven't had time. He says, I've been so busy here in California. He says, my brother's been learning under the guidance of Paul Bosch in Houston, Texas. And he said, I'm very proud of him. He's in the South right now. Going to work and holding the trunks or the tights. He says, I can hold the tights anywhere I want. I can hold them at the bottom. I can hold them at the top. And the referee says, you can't hold them anywhere. And in the meantime, Pete was choking the Cowboy. This is the second match on Great Wrestling from the Olympics. Whips the Cowboy off that top rope. Pistol Pete from Arizona got his start wrestling right in Los Angeles. Went to Arizona and captured the Arizona State Heavyweight Wrestling title from a fellow by the name of Chris Colt down there. So Pistol Pete, very proud of that fact. He says, you know, Arizona's got some of the toughest wrestlers in the country. He says, we got Indian wrestlers down there, and we got tough wrestlers. He says, but I proved I was the toughest. Pete's a cagey wrestler, very sneaky. He'll try anything he can to get away by winning a match. Ooh, there's a solid punch to the middle when the Cowboy was caught off guard. Ooh, thumb to the eye. Oh, I hate to see that. You talk about putting a man's eye out. Being warned now by Dugan. Pete going up on that second strand of rope. This could be it. This could be it. He comes down. Oh, 272 pounds. Right on the back of Cowboy Tom Pritchard. That's almost like getting hit from behind by a truck. Pistol Pete now going to work on a... Oh, there's that head scissors. You talk about making your head hear all kinds of sounds. That'll do it. Yeah. Pritchard trying to kick the cobwebs. There's that wrist lock we were talking about earlier about applying pressure to the wrist. And, of course, there's that big, look at the size of that knee right on the elbow. Going to work on the fingers, moving them back and forth and bending them. And, of course, that's a lot of pain. That's totally illegal, too, by the way. Pistol Pete. And now Cowboy Tom Pritchard trying to come back a little bit. the competition is rough here on Great Wrestling from the Olympic. There is no doubt about it. Now it's Pritchard, stakes out that arm and drops right onto the shoulder. Again, he stakes out that arm. Pritchard, and the question is into Pistol Pete. Do you give up? See, that's what a sportsman is. You notice that Pritchard won't go to work on those fingers, won't bend those fingers like Pistol Pete did, and that shows you the difference in wrestling styles and abilities. I mean, Pritchard doesn't seem to need to have to twist the fingers. There's a thumb to the eye that got rid of Cowboy Tom. Doesn't like to be called Tommy. He said, I would appreciate, Mr. Walton, if you didn't call me Tommy. He says, please call me Tom. I can't blame him. Oh, coming down again with a club right to the back of the head. He tops Pritchard. This is it. 1, 2. Ooh, a couple of seconds away. Let's see if we can do it again. 1, 2, and wait a minute. Pritchard says he's holding my trunks. That time he was caught, told to break it. Boy, lucky move for Pritchard. It was almost the end. Him up in a cradle, and he's got him. 1, 2. Just two. Kicked at the back. Pete now going to work. Roll over and pressed for 1. Referee checks to see that Pete's not holding the trunks. But he is. There he is, see? Using that as leverage. Whoop! He's caught. Referee says to break. Now there's that open-handed chop by. A good standing drop kick by the Cowboy star. Arm whip into the ropes goes Pete. Whoa! An elbow that missed, and Cowboy Tom went down and thrown bodily out of the ring onto the cement. You see, it only takes one tiny mistake, like we just saw, to cost somebody an injury or the match. And Pistol Pete took advantage of that off-balance move by Pritchard and dumped him outside the ring. That doesn't mean that Pritchard has lost, but it does mean that the upper hand now goes to Pistol Pete, and he throws Cowboy Tom Pritchard into that front row of seats. Pritchard now in trouble outside the ring. He's got a 20 count. The count is at 20. 10. Pulled back into the ring. Takes the Cowboy, whips him into that corner, Buckles. Pete now taunting the crowd, saying, hey, this is your Cowboy, huh? What's your Cowboy been able to do? Nothing. Throwing those kicks in there. Knee lift by Pistol Pete. tackle. There's 270 pounds hitting you right in the chest. Look at the red marks on Cowboy Tom Pritchard's chest, and there's a Beal right to the center of the ring. And Pete now comes walking over and into Stain, climbs to those top ropes. 270 pounds. Oh, nobody there. Pistol Pete landed on the canvas, and there's a flying elbow drop that catches Pete. Throws Pete headfirst into the mat. Rolls him over, tops him now. Dugan in there, 1, 2, only a count of 2. I gotta give both wrestlers a lot of credit for stamina. They can both take it and dish it out. Ooh, there's an elbow that caught Tom in the middle. Pritchard down on that bottom strand of ropes, feeling the effect of some vicious blows. Kicks to the back by Pistol Pete. Now Pete tops him, uses those ropes. Referee Dugan looking to make sure that the ropes are not dancing. That's what we call dancing ropes when he uses his boot. Look at this, there he goes again. Oh, and he's caught. Dugan saw him that time, but in the meantime, while arguing with the referee, look at that knee right on the throat of Pritchard. Pritchard dumped outside of the ring, and now Pete goes back to taunting the fans. The fans are not happy about the unorthodox tactics of Pistol Pete. Red Shoes Dugan now warning Pistol Pete, let the man get back in the ring. There's a sunset flip for 1, 2, 3. That's it. Your winner, Cowboy Tom Pritchard, with a sunset flip.
Is it over?